Hello everyone, I'm Koji Miura. On this series movie, Evidence-Based Basic 24 Less Walking, finally we'll move on to the practical walking. On this movie about the strolling, that is slow walking. So that's similar to jogging for runners. So the old textbook of track and field athletics in the section of less walking, the slow walking, easy for recovery, is explained with the word of strolling. So let's move on to the practical walking. Okay, let's start with ordinary walking, normal walking. For me, I'm walking usually like that, but that's not less walking. So how can I switch to less walking? The first point, number one, is straight your leg every step, straightening, extending the knee. So the push down, not backward, push downward. So you can straighten your leg and walk a few steps. So the next is to swing forward your leg and thrust the half of your torso go thrusting and the arm backward. So that's make your body rotating. So that's a very basic of less walking. So after after 2 points, the straight your leg and thrusting and your thorax and pelvis. So that's a very basic of less walking. After that, bending your elbow. So that's a less walking. Yeah. That's instead of the slow speed, but that's complete of less walking. So with that form, you can walk more fast and fast with swing your leg and pelvis and thrust forward, not back kick, but with the forward swing, you can obtain the fast walking speed like that. So, but if you kick backward, you walk like that with the back kick, but not forward swing. That's the typical form of the first comer of less walking. But maybe they cannot step up. So if we want to obtain the fast speed and the competitive level, don't kick backward. Swing forward your leg and pelvis and thorax. Okay, that's the very basic of less walking. Switch from normal walking to less walking. The point is only two: straight and keep your legs straight, and swing your leg forward from the thorax and pelvis and leg, whole leg. So if we want to obtain the wide step length and higher frequency, don't kick, only swing fast and swing far from your body. So when you walk like competitive level, don't kick, but hold your support leg straight and kick forward, swing forward. That's the only way to obtain higher walking speed. So for the higher level, advanced level, I'll explain in the next movie. That's all for now. How do you feel about that? So many people have a question about the length of that strolling. So that's similar to the easy jogging for runners. So for runners, if you have a routine or easy jogging, 60 minutes, so it's okay to walk in 60 minutes. If you walk for us, if you run for us easy running, it's okay 30 minutes for strolling. And if you don't have any routine as aerobic sports, so and start the aerobic sports as less walking, so it's okay 5 minutes or 10 minutes or 60 minutes. If you feel easy until 5 minutes, it's okay, stop 5 minutes. And if you can feel until 10 minutes easy, and after 10 minutes it's hard, you can stop in 10 minutes. Or if you feel until 60 minutes, it's okay. You walk until 60 minutes. So the limit of the strolling is the length of time you feel easy. So what is the easy? The easy intensity is the intensity you can work with chatting with your friend and other people. So if you cannot, if you feel it's difficult to chat with friends, that's a little bit hard. So keep easy. You can chat with your friend in 5 minutes or 10 minutes or 60 minutes. Okay, let's move on to the explanation about the training effect of strolling. From this movie to the next and after next, I'll talk about the training effect and the training load, the relationship, the throw training load and the effect of that training, and the middle speed and the effect, and the high speed and the effect. So I already write on my book on the page 86 to 121, the part 4 transition events to U18, U20 and U23. So especially on that age group, most of athletes is newcomer to race walking, so they cannot walk so fast. So, but it should be important to notice about the effect of slow training to continue race walking training. So on this movie, I'll talk about the effect of slow jog and strolling, slow walk. And the next, I talk about the effect of training in the speed or anaerobic threshold. And the next, the high intensity training. My special field of research is not physiology. I'm special for the biomechanics, so I should refer some major textbook about the training of distance endurance event. So this is a book about the training for long distance running, written by David Martin and Peter Coe, the father of Sebastian Coe, and that the author is Arthur Lydiard, that's the Bible of long distance running in from 16 and 17 and until today. So the right one is published by Inig Musica. He is a specialist for the research about tapering. We Japanese sometimes invite to lecture in Japan. So I think that's the major three textbook for the endurance event. So I refer to these books. However, this movie is target for the watcher who are not familiar with sports science. So I start about the grading of intensity and intensity from the most simple. I think simple. The most simple explanation about the relationship of intensity and the training effect. So that is the famous scale about the exertion. The name is ratings of passive exertion of the Borg scale. So this scale starts from the 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and the most is the highest is 20. So the feeling of very light is 9. Feeling of light is 11. Feeling of somewhat hard is 13, and hard, very hard, extremely hard is 19. That is related to the heart rate of during exercise. So the heart rate max or maximum heart rate per minute, you can calculate from the 220 minus your age. So I'm just before the 16th, so my maximum heart rate is between the 116 to 117. So based on that, you can grade your intensity, exercise intensity. Over 80% of heart rate max, that's a higher intensity than hard. So on this intensity, the above hard, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. On this intensity, you recruit the glucosis, lactic acid system, anaerobic. That is anaerobic exercise. So that's very hard. And between hard until the somewhat hard, high that's below the 80% of heart rate max. So on this intensity, the system of energy is aerobic exercise that burns more carbs. The main fare is carbs on human body. And on the light or easy intensity, very low, that is aerobic exercise, but that burns more fat. The carbs is on this intensity, and fat is below 13 or 12. So that's the intensity of stroll and slow jogging. That is for runners, that is recovery jog. So for walkers, that's a recovery or basic training of technique. So by repeating it, you'll start using even more fat. So if you're training distance by distance on the light intensity, easy distance, so your body fat more fat. On this slide, I talk about the practical details of strolls, intensity and duration. That's a model of length, duration, and intensity. On strolling, slow work, the key is the total time up to the limit where you can still keep it light and easy. If you feel hard over 5 minutes, you can stop on 5 minutes. If you can work with easy or light feeling until 10 minutes, you can finish 10 minutes. Or you can continue until 60 minutes. You can work as strolling in 60 minutes. So on the intensity of below 57% of max oxygen intake, where fats are the main source of energy. The practical detail of below 75 of max oxygen intake is that somewhat hard, light or easy is standard. Over this feeling, you maybe exercise with over 75%, 18 or 19. So on the stroll, you should keep that feeling. So on this intensity, both carbs and fat burn, but there's more fat. The rating of fat, the fat burning is more higher than the carbs. Okay, I'll talk about the metabolism of strolling more detail. That's based on the textbook. Sorry, that's only in Japanese. So I bought it 20 years ago. So I talk about the metabolism of strolling based on this book and other papers. And I heard the specialist of physiology, and so based on that, I explain about that. The training affects many focus on fat metabolism. Is a transporter that take fatty acid from the blood into muscle cells increase if we work in that intensity more and more, and that results in the amount of fat burn itself increases. So the transport increase, and it results in the burning amount increases. And if they use the strolling or slow jogging for recovery, okay, they do use carbs if they finish within a time where they don't get depleted. It works as recovery. A rough guide is the length of time you don't feel fatigued. If you feel fatigue, that's a sign of the cardio depression. So the recovery is on the recovery period, the carbs increases on the blood, so and the recovery. So if you deplete and finish your carbs, that's not recovery. So you on the recovery jog and recovery strolling, you have to accumulate your glycolysis on your blood and your body. So that's a schema. Muscle on the exercise, the oxygen will be supplied with blood cells, but not only the oxygen, but also fat or glucose from the blood. So the transporter protein that carries fatty acid into the muscle. So after that, with the oxygen and fuels, fat or glucose, that's a fuel of the mass exercise. So the combustion and power output. So with the training of slow jogging, exercise intensity of easy or light, the number of transporter increases in proportion to the low intensity load, increase in energy supply. So the more you increase the load, cover more distance, the more your body develops stamina with a higher fat supply. So this is the reason for increasing walking distance. Okay, that's the last slide. So I talk about the mechanical effect of strolling. So that's a muscle, and on the exercise of during slow walking, strolling, or slow jogging, slow running, that's the repeated small shots on the muscles. So the tiny muscle fibers got damaged, and after minor damage repaired. So after that, the result of the repair, the muscle gets stronger with continuation. That's one effect of mechanical effect of strolling or slow jogging. So on the running or walking at a low but steady intensity, step by step, continue on your recovery jog or recovery strolling. The nerves learn to have multiple muscle fiber fire at the same time in a short period to withstand impact. So after that, as a result, they get more muscle power with the same or less energy consumption. So the power they get from burning fatty acid is much less than from burning carbs, but their muscle can still be strong even if the rate goes up. So the the physiological energy efficiency of muscle increase. That's why the effect of the slow jogging, recovery jog, and recovery strolling. Okay, I explained about the switching technique from normal walking to less walking, and explained about the mechanism of strolling. So, but people who want to walk in competition or competitive less walking, so they feel it's too easy and I want to walk more fast and fast. So if you want to walk fast, please wait until you obtain the technique for the faster intensity. So if you walk, if you don't wait the improvement of your technique and walk fast, maybe you receive many red cards of loss of contact or bad knee. So you wait the development of your technique for the walking fast. And many people have a question about how long should I wait for the fast training. So if you want to walk fast, so please check yourself. How can you check your technique? So walk sometimes fast 5 minutes, 5 seconds or 10 seconds. And please take your movies from your friend. So and check yourself your movie. And if you feel okay, I don't any error, I don't have any error, loss of contact and bend knee. So that's the time to walk fast. So the criteria to judge your walk, make loss of contact or not, or make bend knee or not, I already explained other movie on this channel. So please check other movie about the technique and judgment on this channel. Okay, that's all. I'll explain about the switching from normal walking to less walking, and the length of throwing and the mechanism of less throwing. So on the next movie, I move on to the high intensity training. I divide the two movies, and the anaerobic threshold training and high intensity training. So please wait the next movie. And if you feel good for this movie, please subscribe and high mark for this movie. And thank you for watching this movie. So I hope to see you again in the next movie. Thank you.